Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Well, week's off to a good start here. Monday just a little bit after noon. Mostly just been getting things organized this morning, catching up on some things from over the weekend, and going to go to the gym here in a little while, so I thought I would go ahead and get a video done and get it uploaded and all that good stuff. And today I want to talk about getting stronger, building muscle on the raw vegan lifestyle. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you'd hit that subscribe button now. Click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. And you might want to do that for my channel and other channels you're subscribed to regardless, because YouTube seems to have been unsubscribing people a bit. Just a little glitch in the system. Yeah, let's see, what are we going to talk about today? Building muscle, getting stronger. People say you can't do it. Where do you get your protein? You don't get any protein. You can't work out. You can't build anything on a raw vegan lifestyle. Most people don't think you can build anything on just even a plant-based lifestyle, whether you're eating raw or not. I don't know. I'm just going to, like I say, going to do my normal thing and just kind of share my thoughts on it and how it relates to me. Just put things in perspective. I'm not, this might be a different conversation if I was a 20-something or a 30-something. I'm a 53-year-old man, and I want to be a little bit thicker. I've been working out in the gym, trying to put on a little bit of muscle. I'm not necessarily going nuts. I'm not trying to bodybuild. So I think about those things sometime, and how far you could take it on the raw vegan lifestyle. I think you could take it quite a good way. Listen, here's the thing I always go back to. I'm a very simple person. You've probably figured that out. I'm not, I'm not going to get here and get down into the deep levels of science and hardcore explanations. I go so much on this science experiment that you see right before you. I go strongly on how I feel, what I see in front of me. And, I enjoy learning about things through words and reading in books, but when you feel it, you really get it and you understand things a little bit more. Now, just simply by the fact that I'm able to go to the gym and sustain my workouts every day, or, as often as I go, and make some sort of a gain. We could get into arguments about, okay, well, you're not progressing, so you would progress quicker if you're eating like this or vice versa, but I am making progress. I know that because I can see, the weight going up a little bit as far as how much I'm using, and also the, a couple of the shirts getting just marginally tighter now. Don't think I'm going to go getting a swollen head there. I'm not some big, huge, buff, swole up dude, but I can tell, I'm real with myself, and I can tell I'm making some modest gains there. So just the fact that I'm able to make some gains means I'm not protein deficient. I did a video, and you can go back, it's within the last week or so, on protein. Where do we get our protein? Which is basically, you've probably already figured that out, heard that, unless you just heard about veganism, the raw vegan lifestyle, just this morning, and you haven't been bombarded by all the various information on where we actually get our protein. So, you can find that in a lot of different places, but I get everything we eat has protein in them, everything, and also protein has to be broken down into amino acids. We have to get to really have our body functioning, we have to get the full spectrum of all the amino acids. So we're eating a lot of variety. There's protein in greens, the leafy greens. Sometimes we don't digest and assimilate those as well. But, if I feel like this. The whole concept, going back to the book Whole again, and just that idea of whole. If I'm eating adequate calories for my activity level, I'm getting a wide variety, a lot of different colors, a lot of different types of foods, I should be coming out okay. Now, I do try to pay attention to a few little extra things when it comes to protein, because although I'm not obsessed, I do feel like we can use, if we're going to the gym, we're breaking down our body through weight-bearing exercise, that we could use a little bit of a boost of a little bit extra plant protein. So, I mean, almost every day, well, not almost, yeah, pretty much almost every day, at least one, if not two smoothies. And I use spirulina. I use spirulina on a regular basis, either 1 to 2 tablespoons a day. I use hemp seeds and chia seeds in my smoothies. So that's like a nice little boost right there, you know, especially if I'm banging out those regular 2 smoothies a day. And you know, I don't know. Like I say, it's so hard to compare this stuff. Sometimes when I was thinking about doing this video, I'm like, all right, I was kind of getting my thoughts together, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of hard to compare. I'm trying to compare myself to a younger man when I was a younger man and when I was in the gym. I'm trying to compare myself that now I'm not a drunk, so that like kind of changes things up a little bit. But I don't, and also I'm trying to kind of do some comparison and try to figure out, okay, how do I feel now that I'm plant-based in relation to how I used to when I ate, you know, a standard American diet. Although a lot of times when I was being serious in the gym back then, I would have to say I ate a clean version of a standard American diet. So I've eaten a little bit. I'm not just like all the way from bad to nothing. I've also eaten in between there. So sometimes people want to come at you and say, well, yeah, but you can't really compare. You can't compare because you drank a lot and you ate a bunch of garbage before. Well, I did go through those kind of quote unquote healthy versions of the SAD, or healthy versions of living what I considered healthy back then, you know, where you cut back on the animal products and you ate chicken breast because that was the best meat to eat, and you know, you made these certain allowances, but you weren't 100% horrible. You know, you weren't eating fast food, and you know, you weren't eating meat 3 times a day. In fact, back instinctively, and I've talked about this in a number of videos, when I would start getting healthy, getting clean, getting back in the gym, trying to get fit and healthy again, instinctively I would always cut way back on the animal products. But yeah, like having been, you know, I took a little, I've been back in the States now for about 2 months. The year preceding that, I was living on the mountain. I was doing body weight exercises, and I had a couple of dumbbells. So I'm not going to say that 2 months ago I just started over from scratch, but I got into the gym regular about 2 months ago. So I'm starting to have enough time to see progress and see what's going on, and definitely getting stronger. That I know for a fact, because you know, if I want to say I'm getting size or if I'm adding muscle, well, that's subjective. I can look at myself, but you know how our mind always works. We're kind of looking like, well, have I gained a little bit? Have I not? That's subjective, and you can't really always say 100% for sure. But as far as getting stronger, I can say that for sure because I watch the amount of weights going up that I'm using. You know, I noticed that, and it's not huge. It's not like I'm pushing tons of weight around. In fact, like my little weight that I'm pushing around in the gym is quite puny compared to the big boys. But hey, I'm not in there for ego or competition or whatever. I'm in there to stimulate my muscles, to get what muscle growth, get what tightening and toning that I can in there. I'm not worried about other people or how much they're lifting. But yeah, I've definitely seen over the course of this last 2 months, a little bit over 2 months, definitely seen the weights go up, especially on the legs, but that was to be expected because the legs were just super pathetic. You were starting out at the very bottom, so the only thing you could go up there. But yeah, I keep noticing, you know, each week I'm putting a little bit marginally more on there, but in every aspect, upper body, arms, chest, back, all that kind of stuff, I gradually see myself increasing the resistance. So ergo, just by the fact that I'm increasing the resistance, I'm getting stronger. Now, I'm not, like I say, I'm not going to get in there and split hairs and say, well, what could you do if you were eating this or that? But I pretty much know. I pretty much know because I've done it before. I remember one period, in fact, I've done it with a research mind before too, just not how I do now. I remember one summer I worked with a nutritionist that was at the gym where I went to the whole summer. So I was very focused on what I was eating at the time. So I'm aware, I'm used to this. I'm used to paying attention in the gym and seeing, you know, if things are working and if they're not. All in all, to kind of start wrapping this video up, I don't feel a lot of difference, and there'll be like, especially when you get into talking about working out and stuff, you got all the muscle heads and stuff, and they're all jacked up and they get pissed. And they'll, if I was a bigger channel, I'm sure somebody would come in here ranting, "Oh, you're stupid. You have to eat this, 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 and this." But just to be honest, and going back before, I guess what I'm saying is, if I really wanted, that's just not my concern. I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not concerned with like putting my whole life into, developing the physique or like getting super, super big. It's just a part of my life. It's a compartment. It's like, I just like to be a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger, because I was just really tired of, that whole stick man thing that you see in the raw vegan world a lot. And hey, not knocking anybody else. I'm just talking about, I'm comparing me to me back to when I looked like a stick man, but I don't resonate with that stick man thing. And I've felt better. I've just felt better walking. I felt better about myself since I've been, doing some resistance training again and putting some good, healthy, lean muscle back on. But all in all, I would just say try it for yourself. But yeah, I've got the energy to go to the gym. I feel like I'm giving my body everything it needs to repair itself after the workouts, because that's when the real growth, that's when the strength comes, that's when the muscle building comes. Is not what we're doing in the gym, because when we're in the gym, we're tearing down our muscles, tearing down that muscle tissue, and then our nutrition, what we're eating, is we're building that back up. We're repairing that. So yeah, anyhow, and sometimes people even are not into supplements of any sorts, the powders, the whatever. They don't like the spirulina. And can I sit here and say, oh yeah, for sure I get this or that out of spirulina or the hemp seeds or whatever? No, it's just all, a little by little. You just do the best you can. But I feel good. My workouts are good right now. I feel like I'm dialed in to where I'm just eating, going to the gym, eating, going to the gym. The workouts are very efficient. I get in there and out there. I'm not like a gym rat. I'm not like spending mega hours in the gym a week. I probably, when I go in today, I'll be in and out in less than an hour, and that'll include abs as well. So just my experience, just my 2 cents worth. I should be. Right now, I think as I've been getting on the scale every so often, I'm at about 162 pounds, 162, 163. At the first of the year, I was 155, and my goal was to put on 10 solid pounds. Now, I'm not fanatic about that. If I don't get to the 10 pounds, I would be really happy with 7 or 8 solid pounds, and then I'll reset for next year. And just ticking up there, getting back to kind of man size after just being such a skeleton for a while. But anyhow, that's enough. I'm starting to ramble now. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.